Okay. This is Scalia here in the hospital. Um, just had some news from the surgeons and my team, the GY team, and so they're saying that this my celiac artery has a narrowing in the compression to it, so the blood flow is not going to it well. And so tomorrow they're going to do a scope on me and put a camera down my throat and ultrasound to see where exactly in that celiac artery the where is causing the issue. And then they're going to put a numbing medicine and some steroids in that area to help alleviate the pain. And they're going to observe me all weekend to see how the pain is doing. And then from there, um, if the pain, however, if I'm tolerating the pain, then they will go and do the surgery by putting a stent in that artery. How I'm feeling? Well, I'm a woman of faith, but I'm also human. So I'm scared. I'm anxious. I'm apprehensive. But I'm also relieved. I'm relieved that it can be fixed. Because it can be worse. They can say, well, we can't do anything, so you got to deal with it. I've been dealing with this pain for years. Um, I've had the gastric sleeve. I've had the gastric bypass. I've had endometriosis surgery twice. I just had a baby, a second baby, and then I had a hysterectomy. So for the last, I want to say 11 years, pain in my it's been a part of my everyday life. Um, but it's gotten significantly worse um, within the last 6 years. But the last two, it's been really bad. It's been really bad. And then the last year, it's been awful, especially in the last 6 months. I had to be on chemo. At first, I was doing the chemo shots. Then I went from the chemo shots to the chemo pills. And then having to cut my hair off. But one thing I can say is that haven't given up on my gastro diet. And if you want to understand what a gastro diet is, there's certain things you have to eat, certain things you can't eat. And then I'm also diligently about my supplements, vitamins, and things. Um, I have a list. I have a list of foods that I can eat and foods that I can't eat, and that list is constantly on our grocery list. And so, on top of that, not only do I eat the foods, I make the food. My family eats it with me. They cook it, they eat it, and they're doing great. We all take our vitals in the morning, and then everybody's exercising, walking, and moving, and doing all kind of stuff. And me, I can't even do all that stuff. And it was frustrating, or I say it is frustrating, because here you are teaching yourself, and you're teaching your family, and I'm the sickest one in the family. I'm not saying it for sympathy, saying it for empathy. Um, but I haven't given up. I didn't give up the towel and just say, you know what, forget it. Let me just eat whatever I want. No. Because one thing I can tell you, if you have the gastric bypass or the gastric sleeve, or you do not want to give up the towel and just say, I'll eat whatever I want. No. Stay with the program. Stay using the tool. And when you start feeling yourself going back into old habits, or you don't feel well, go to the doctor. And if you don't have insurance, find some way for you to pay it. That's the only way you'll get better. I had to create organization systems for myself. So when I go to the doctor, I have folders and binders with my medicine, my symptoms. I take pictures so that they can see what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's a little frustrating because I feel like, am I losing my mind? Then I have to check myself in the mirror and say, no, you're not. You really going through this stuff. The things I've gone through the last few years, I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy or anybody. But I also see the blessing in it is that I need to be able to talk about it, record this video, put it up so people can hear and see what I'm saying and what I'm going through. Because I hope that I can be able to help others. Um, and it wasn't just changing the diet, no. It was changing my whole entire lifestyle. I went completely natural. I even started wearing locks. I even changed the soap and the shampoo that I was using to make sure that whatever products I put in my body, I can read the ingredients and I understand what it is. And if I don't, I can go Google it, but I can pronounce it. The other thing, um, I started making my own soap, deodorant, toothpaste, mouthwash, lotion, and 2 body scrubs. Um, and do they help? Yes. Yes, they help. But it wasn't enough to keep trying to manage this stuff. This was internal. I even juice. I have a juicer, and juicers, if you ever price this stuff, it is expensive. And my husband and I saved up, and we got me a juicer. Um, I have my mom and my dad, especially my mama. She is right along with me. We juice. We're even gardening. My mom, my dad, and husband, we always gardening. We have a small little garden, peppers, tomatoes, green onions, stuff like that. We're trying everything. Um, I have to keep the faith, and I'm going to keep the faith, and I'm going to keep talking about it. No one talks about lupus like they should, and this is what this illness can do to you. That's all.